this one is ever going to get capped. We do see Echo and Delta both ticking down. Formal has his eyes set on that Delta point, and he's going in with a sniper. 4 bullets to put to work, and he sees the damage boost, Ruben. We have seen in our Winter Invitational what the damage boost sniper can do.
Yeah, on this map, Disclaimer actually in the Winter Tournament put together Overkill with a damage boost snipe, and we just had Formal there with Overshield, damage boost, and sniper all at the same time.
See him stepping up into a really comfortable Slayer role, and he doesn't care that he has the damage boost. He's getting the headshots too, and he almost gets the overkill. It just seems to be a common trend, that damage boost sniper combo. It means you're going to get a lot of kills in this game.
Still putting it to use, not backing down even when he sees the Wake Up member spawning in front of him.
Choking on the shots on Vegas there, and he's trying to grenade Game Sager out. We do see the pros have 3 points in their possession at the moment. None of them fully sniping Costa, just giving Costa the old Yeller treatment. Takes him out back, right to the back of the head with a sniper.
For any of you who aren't familiar with the 4v4 scene, Formal making a name for himself, I believe it was late 2010 in Halo Reach, known as probably one of the better snipers ever to play the game. Doesn't usually miss.
He definitely has a steady hand when that sniper rifle is in those hands. And right there he shows just why people feared him as a sniper. See him picking up the light rifle now. This is something I really like to see. One of my favorite guns in the game because a skilled player can really do work with this gun.
Yeah, light rifle, most powerful rifle in the game when zoomed in. It's a 4-shot kill. And with Formal, I would say he's probably going to hit all 4 of those shots every time.
We see him switching back to the BR there, though, because he knew he was in kind of close range. Couldn't really rely on his aim with the flinch and being scoped in, so he switches to the BR and just goes for the safer path. Still gets cleaned up. And
Wake Up with the triple cap now.
Ruben, has Alpha been scored yet, or is this still the original Alpha point?
I believe this is still the original Alpha.
It's just insane how much these two teams are contesting Alpha, and that's without Formal really even heading there. Like, we have not seen him really in the middle of the map that much. We see Siphon with rockets in his hands yet again. Formal making sure he drops those.
Wake Up getting close to capping all 3 points right now. F going to cap, 10 seconds away for A, 15 seconds away for B.
See Formal trying to stop this B cap. He's converting, not getting any shots put in him yet. He does see a Wake Up player above him, and he makes sure he looks down and looks away. And he does get that conversion. We see Bravo and Charlie in the hands of our pro team here. Wake Up taking Delta, and Alpha has finally been captured, everyone.
Now we're going to see teams adjust to the new state of the map, not having to protect that courtyard now.
Will mean we've got a little more action on the outer ring of the map, but still our team's controlling these middle bridges, sort of donut around.
So we see now Wake Up converting B. Looks like the pros are going to convert it right back though. Pros got 20 seconds left on C. Wake Up got about the same time left on D.
Really good play out of Formal there to draw down. He knew he was really close to death. Just made sure the Wake Up player kept his eyes on Formal as Formal dropped, and he gets the distraction medal for it. And he's still alive to almost win a BR battle, but he gets cleaned up.
So it seems like teams are willing to trade D and C to each other in order to remain contesting B. Now Wake Up gets E.
Picking up the thruster pack. Not sure if he'll get to do anything with this because of how cool, how open this map is. It's not really that easy to get many positions for the thruster pack to be effective. This Siphon with the railgun up high. Formal just backing down before that can become a problem.
Smart choice, Formal with the overshield going for this point. In the updated BTBnet settings, in the updated BTBnet settings, we're using variants of Team Throwdown, so the overshield is now a double layer overshield instead of the single layer from the V1 setting.
And we see Costa backing down from the first fight. then gets the high ground advantage against Formal and still manages to lose. It's gotta be disheartening for Costa.
Disclaimer, dying with the damage boost there, so Wake Up's not going to have as solid as a push as they thought they did, but still managing to hold on to 3 points.
Formal with the melee, didn't really get the kill, but he leaves it for his teammates and just keeps pushing on to Vetoed here.
Smart choice there by Formal to not get caught up in the fact that
Probably should
wasn't
have
an
gone back into the
assassination.
hallway there instead of jumping though. Left himself exposed and gets cleaned up for it.
So, looks like if the pros are smart, they're just going to forget about E. There's no sense in contesting that. They've actually got Wake Up in the worst spawn on the map, spawning inside C building. So their goal is probably just going to be to convert A. It's got 20 seconds left on it now.
And we do see Formal pushing up, hoping to get this A conversion. What a surprise! We have Siphon with rockets again, but he does die, and now Formal's got one rocket to kill Disclaimer with.
Oh,
Formal, unfortunate there. Wanted to get the conversion, but he got stuck picking up weapons instead.
unfortunate part of Halo 4. I don't know if that's just a glitch in the game, but it does seem to happen where if there's weapons, it prioritizes them over the extraction point.
We do see the Charlie point has become active, and we're having a ring around the old oak tree over here.
I don't think this is the smartest play out of the pros right now. Looks like they've got B and C, very hard to defend at the same time. But with D being active and Wake Up probably spawning inside that building, I guess it's the best choice that they have right now.
I do believe it'll be fine if they can get control of this high building here. It has sight lines for both sides of the map. They would be able to protect it from up high as long as they can keep Wake Up pinned in this D building.
Definitely. If Wake Up keeps spawning inside this D building, then the pros will be fine. But if Wake Up somehow spawns behind them on top of the main building, they'll probably lose both points.
So Formal getting a little thirsty for that damage boost. Gets a little too overextended as Wake Up picks it up out from under his nose. Formal getting pegged by the sniper and just team shot to death by Wake Up. Still posturing around this D building. We have
F, A, and D up right now. Wake Up having control of E and F. And it looks like F about to get converted back to the pros' favor. A is going to Wake Up right now.
And these will be the last 3 points in the map, correct? There
Yep.
won't be any new points if any of these are capped.
Yep, first to 10 in BTBtv extraction settings, so it will either be a come down to a tie or one team will take 2 before the other can take 1, and this game will be over.
Right now, it is looking like Wake Up might be able to do the take 2. They have Echo and Alpha. We do see our pros trying to push in for this Alpha. Haas gets cleaned up, you see on Formal's death cam there.
Looks like Eric over there, I believe that's sniped down, trying to contest EL, though. The pros might just have to give up on that with only 5 seconds
As we
left.
see F and E going in, let's switch into our God Cam and watch this A point, which I think will be the main objective here for the last couple of minutes of this match. We just see bodies all over Alpha. Our pros do get the conversion on Alpha, but Wake Up are right there, trying to get it back in their favor. He does get cleaned up. Got another Wake Up player immediately on it.
We've just got the pros flooding in from F side and the Wake Up team members flooding in from D and Lift building, all trying to get on this cap.
This is just a back and forth game right now. They all want this point. Our pros still a point behind at the moment. Formal trying to keep A clear. Still watching our God Cam from above though. Kind of calmed down.
The pros still pushing on a catwalk. They have an overshield. I believe they have it converted though, so they're just trying to protect it now.
We do see Wake Up just taking it slow, knowing they have a little bit of time to protect this point. One of the Wake Up members trying to get the conversion, but he gets cleaned up. Let's move in a little closer with the God Cam.
Oh, There it goes.
And the alpha point has been finished, and our pros take 2 points right in a row to finish this game off. Really good game.
Clutch comeback there from the pros, managing to take A when Wake Up just had to control that. A, probably one of the easiest points on Complex to defend because, as you saw there, once you get it in your favor, you can just chuck grenades at it, and the enemy team has to run into them.
And we saw the pro teams just using that bridge above and behind to just rain down fire as Wake Up had to overextend into the bottom middle area to try to finish that point. But this was just a back and forth game, and neither team should be really upset by how that game played out because our BTB team Wake Up just really put up a good fight there. We'll be seeing if they can come back in this 2-1 series with our last game to try to tie it up. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. We'll find out as we go into flag on Longbow. Brace yourselves. Longbow capture the flag is coming. We have a disclaimer from Wake Up yet again. And they're down so far in the series 2-1 to our pros. This is the last game they have played. And we see disclaimer hopping in the Warthog. They're taking a road trip up to top middle.
I thought they were going to go for a quick cap, but then they just stopped. I guess they were just trying to get there for that damage boost first. This, again, not a map the pros have ever played on unless they've explored the BT net settings before, so I don't think they knew there was a damage boost there.
And they also didn't seem to know there was a faster way in the top middle with the Warthogs, which Wake Up definitely took advantage of, and they got to our top mid first.
Maven just hiding, afraid of all the red dots he sees around him there.
As well he should be, as he gets cleaned up and Hummer just keeps pushing, running around in circles, picking up the railgun, and there's the blue shotgun.
Wake Up got a good push. They've got a Warthog and 3 guys inside the pro base right now.
Disclaimer, trying to pull a Mega Man here, being the blue bomber as he pushes up with the flank. Got Formal right in his face. Formal completely caught unaware, but he may actually get the kill. Disclaimer dies to a grenade from one of the pro members. I see some green bombs landing by Disclaimer's corpse. That may be Game Sager in a Banshee.
One thing that the pros did express that they knew about BTB is that Sager is quote-unquote a Banshee god. So right there when they saw that Banshee fly overhead, you saw 5 pro members all just immediately find the nearest wall and hide.
The time in Reach where our pros did try against Wake Up, they did meet the business end of Game Sager's Banshee bomb, so I think that may have left a bitter taste in their mouth. And we see he's looking to give him another taste. Meanwhile, Disclaimer sitting around sort of midpoint in front of the pro base, trying to cut off Gandhi's path with the Warthog here. And Gandhi just takes it to the back of the base and hides and gets mopped up by the Wake Up members.
Yeah, it looks like Wake Up's gonna have this. Got a Warthog with a gunner, flag in it. Pros are scattered around their sub base and on respawn.
We see the Warthog not exactly taking the most smooth ride across the countryside, but it does get the job done. And we see Wake Up first on the board. There's capture number 1.
Costa getting the damage boost now. I still don't think the pros know that's there. It doesn't seem like they know where they're pushing. See half of them staying down at their sub base, half of them staying in their base.
Fortunately, it did only go to Costa this time, so it's not going to get put to any good use. We see him just sort of dropping into the open area, running across the middle of the map like he has no clue what's going on. And Disclaimer going back to this cave for the flank, picks up the extra railgun ammo. He knows what he wants to do. Gets the shot in Hines. Hines just not ready for the railgun in his side.
I don't know. It looked like Hines didn't even know there was a tunnel there.
It seemed sort of the same for Formal the first time Formal ran past. And Maven trying to escape with the sniper rifle on his back there.
I can't really say Maven didn't know there was a building there. I don't know what the excuse for that was.
Oh, disclaimer with the LBR on Pistola.
Now that's something you don't see very often.
That shows that these Wake Up players, they're not just social players. They do have skill behind them. As you can see, disclaimer out BRing one of the most notorious pros known for his BR skills, Pistola.
Wake Up maintaining this 1-0 lead. Seems like, again, the pros are scattered. I see Pistola randomly trying to fight Disclaimer.
Getting a little curious there. Thinks he's a little kitty cat, but curiosity killed the cat, Pistola.
And another...
Formal with the saw trades with Disclaimer there. He's coming around the corner and unloading. Gotta have that DACA.
It really is looking like the pros have absolutely no idea what's going on in this map right now. They just seem to be, like, Formal there, listened to Pistola, ran in there with the saw, but then you've got some players sitting in the base, some players running to the sub-base, some players running away with snipers. Like, pros need to get more concentrated in one area and just team shot, because that's what they know how to do.
We did see from Disclaimer's point of view there were several pros up top middle, and Wake Up has completely emptied out of the top side of the map. We see Disclaimer pushing back, trying to get some shots with the DMR, and the pros may be able to get this flag moving. Disclaimer getting shots and Hines from across the map, gets killed by Formal, but Formal doesn't live long after.
Nice presence from the pros right now, top mid. Unfortunate that flag falls. That's not the worst thing that could happen there.
We do see the giant purple flying machine from Wake Up. And good news for the pros, that is not Game Sager up in the sky right now. We have Vegas Royale in the Banshee for Wake Up.
I think the pros might have had that cap there. They had 4 guys top mid escorting that flag, and the flag accidentally falling off the edge into probably the worst place it could on this map. That's definitely going to get returned as it just did. Now, Wake Up going to be trying to push back top mid, although you see Vito's actually in the base of the pros right now.
Disclaimer trying to do some fancy work with the railgun. Didn't quite predict Hines' positioning around the corner. But Hines is pinned down, no shields. See him picking up the railgun. We'll see if Disclaimer goes back in for that railgun.
It would be a silly decision to do that without some help. Oh, Hines not watching his motion sensor.
A little too aggressive. Pat playing it smart, crouching around the corner so he didn't show up on Hines' radar.
It's one thing. Another thing to note. In 4v4 settings, they play with no radar, so pros aren't used to watching that, but it's actually a useful tool if you know that it's there.
We do see Wake Up trying to move this flag, not trying to be too greedy and getting it in the Warthog. They're just going to take it slow and steady. Because slow and steady does win the race, even in big teams sometimes.
I think it's Formal there getting caught off guard with the sniper. I don't think he realized there's anyone behind him.
Which is kind of silly because there was obvious that Wake Up had a flag move. Kind of a mistake by Disclaimer here to pick up the flag while he had those power weapons. I don't think he really wanted to do that.
Yeah. Definitely probably should have stayed alive. There's still 7 seconds left on that flag. Try to slay Haas and then pick it up.
See him just running back for it, trying to get to it before the pros can return it, but it has been returned. Pros making the conscious decision not to just let it reset on its own. They did stand on that one.
Now that's the teamwork we're used to seeing out of the pros right there. A nice bait and switch from Maven and Gandhi right there.
Maven and Gandhi have been playing matchmaking together quite a bit on Gandhi's stream. And you can see that chemistry paying off for the two of them there.
Pros getting another good push. They have control of the top of that rock right there. Also pushing in from the snipe. Wake Up actually trapped in their base right now. I don't know if they're playing defense or they just can't seem to get out.
Does seem they are getting a little bit of a beachhead as Anthony does some work with the Ghost. We see all of the pros' shields going down from those Ghost plasma bolts. And Disclaimer going right back to his comfort zone in these caves. He's been playing really, really effectively from these caves, picking up his railgun. And there we see him almost killing Vegas. But he does get the BR shots in the back of Hoss. We see a damage boosted pro. It seems they finally found where that damage boost is. Is that a guy on the red team?
So, pros now getting another solid push in from the Saw, or yeah, it looks like there's a pro now pushing into the Saw of the Wake Up, player with damage boost right now. They're also pushing in the front from the snipe.
You see them inching their way up. Disclaimer spawning on the flag. It's going to be a really good spawn for him so he can be on this flag. As I'm not really sure what that Warthog for the pros is doing, and I think Gandhi just drove off the map after. No, he's still on his wheels.
Gandhi's still alive.
He's didn't seem to really know what to do with the Warthog there. Now he's definitely trying to get around. He drives into the base and just gets beaten out of it.
Yeah, not the smartest decision by Gandhi there. Might wanted to pick him up and try to get that flag moving a little bit, but instead decided he wanted to try to run Disclaimer over inside.
And unfortunately, he got the Grand Theft Auto treatment and just got beat down out of his vehicle.
Now it looks like, their pros did manage to get another flag pulled, but it looks like Pat trying to get a flank now when the rest of his team is trying to fight the pros outside of their base.
It seems completely undetected so far. We do see some pros spawning over at this side base. And once again, Disclaimer making the smart play of crouching so he doesn't show up on that radar.
Yeah, also a really
Feels he's
smart
safe
play.
And just starts to sprint.
To not just instinct shoot that player that he saw spawn in front of him, but have the discipline to just hold back and make sure he goes unseen.
See Snipe down trying with the road rage to run Disclaimer over. Didn't work out for Gandhi. Now we see him picking up the rockets. Where's Siphon right now?
I bet you Siphon was the one that timed them still. I think Siphon has all the times memorized before the game even starts.
The rockets will respawn in 3, 2... I don't think they will, man.
Oh, is Pat gonna take this Banshee? Yup.
Decides not to go for the flag. Instead, getting the Banshee. Wants to sort of slay the pros so they can't get this cap far enough. But he's not looking too effective in this Banshee right now. It's not flipping the way he wants it.
Needs to take Game Sager's lesson. 1,600 Microsoft points.
Don't think he has enough time to do that right now as the pros are getting this flag close. Pro Banshee is down.
And rockets, too.
We do see Vetoed in a Banshee of his own, though. And the pros did manage to get that cap. So we have it tied up with 2.5 minutes to go. And the Banshee is being passed off to Game Sager. I think the pro sphincters just clenched a little bit. See Formal popping out of the cave, shooting a rocket.
Disclaimer showing really aggressive play right now. Manages to trade, but he was just holding forward at that pro squad.
Vetoed with the rocket kill with the rockets he picked up off Formal's corpse. And we kind of see a battle for top middle at the moment. Let's take an overhead view from our god cam to see how this top middle fight plays out.
I'm stuck in a lift. That's not cool. Alright, now I'm not stuck in a lift.
We see a couple of pros, a couple of wake up, just posturing around this top middle position. Not really any significant presence here. We hear Disclaimer has gotten a double kill, so let's go back into his point of view. As Wake Up tries to push out, they have 1.5 minutes to get a lead, so this doesn't end in a tie for them.
looks like Pat getting a good flank again. Always using that tunnel to be sneaky. Looks like he's just going to go straight
does
for the
have a
flag.
teammate right behind him. He's going to get the flag. I get the feeling that he's got a driver. And they are just out as soon as they can. Disclaimer, very close to dying. Big mistake out of whoever that was for the pros there to try to bounce the grenade. All it would have taken was one more shot and a disclaimer, and he would have been dead, but he stopped to throw the grenade. No shots.
Yeah.
Wake Up gets out with this flag, and you have to put all of the blame right there into whoever that was sitting on that box.
It seems like the pros just aren't confident in what they know or what they can do to a vehicle. It seems like they always think they just have to blow it up somehow, but you can actually just shoot players out of the Warthog.
Really unfortunate play because they could have had that flag stop. Instead, Wake Up does get the capture, and they only have to keep the pressure up for 20 more seconds.
Looks like the pros are trapped in their base, trying to get a desperation Warthog going right now, but there's not much that's going to do with a Banshee in the air.
I don't think Pistola is going anywhere. The railgun from Disclaimer, perfectly on point. And Wake Up are just looking to close this game. Actually, they picked up a flag. Not that it was relevant. It won't force overtime since they had the lead. But we do see Wake Up managing to take that game 2-1 and tie the series 2-2. That was our last game of the series, so that will be just a tied series between our pros and our big team veterans. Ruben, what are your thoughts on that game?
That game was really enjoyable to watch, actually, once the pros sort of figured out how the map flowed, where everything was. Again, it kind of ended up the same way that Vortex played, where they held it together close, but then as soon as Wake Up sort of got a foothold, they just took that game away with that quick cap there at the end. But the series...
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, the series has definitely been really fun to watch. Just the aggressive play coming from the pros, that even though they don't exactly know what they're doing, they just have this raw skill and intellect to be able to play Halo at any level and compete with some of our best BTB players.
And compete they did. I definitely think that last game should have ended up a tie. The inexperience kind of showing in that last game as they just a little unconfidently tried to grenade the Warthog off its path instead of killing the flag carrier out of that passenger seat. But the little things like that come with experience, come with time. I think if the pros stick with it, they will be dominating these series in the future. But for now, we do have a tie. The BTB vets taking the larger maps, the pros taking the smaller maps. Really looking forward to seeing any more gameplay out of these teams in the future.
Definitely.
Thank you for tuning in, everybody. This has been Ruben Mania, The Wiz, and me, Tiberius Audley. Hope you enjoyed the games.
Go.
We got a...
And we're back.
All right. So we are back from our gameplay commentary, and we have a few things left to cover for the show. What did you guys think of those games, by the way?
I enjoyed watching them. It's not very often from all the videos that we've casted that we have a game where Wake Up was actually pushed to the point where they were actually like losing flag caps and losing extraction points and losing games.
Right. So, do you think that's something that's could hold someone's the attention of the pro players?
I think it could. And like I said at the beginning, I mean, they sounded like they enjoyed it, but like Formal, for instance, he really enjoyed the games that they won and really hated the games that they lost. Same thing with Snipe Down. On Longbow, I remember watching the stream, and he was just going, I fucking hate this, like, the entire time. But
Right.
I think he ended up getting, like, 2 kills or something. I think he was goosed for the majority of the Longbow game, so...
Right. So that, you think that has more to do with unfamiliarity of the maps as compared to their opponents than it would be than the map itself, right?
Yeah, because, I mean, all the pros love Solace. Like, Gandhi has continually said over the past week that Solace BTV was the most fun he's had playing Halo 4.
Right. Let's see what else we can... we also have, as we called before the the game and play commentary started, we have our new Facebook is up as well. I think that just got linked into the chat. You guys click on that and hit that like button. And also remember to have your people follow this because we're giving away stuff. Not just the 1,600 Microsoft points, but after that we have a few more things to give away.
i.e. $500.
Yeah, in case you don't remember when we had Dave Easley on the show, if we get 600 subscribers on here and 200 on YouTube, he's going to give $500 away to one of you who has done those things. So, I mean...
If you follow both, you double your chances.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Double your chances, double your fun.
Double the
That's
money?
a statement of the statement. Double man gun.
That's what I was hoping for.
Don't worry,
Oh.
I'm old enough to get your references.
Yeah, right?
Okay, son.
Oh my god. Okay, Will. If we get if we get to 300 subscribers, followers, whatever you want to call them on Twitch, we're giving away 1,600 Microsoft Point card randomly to one of the people that has followed both. I have emails of all the people that have followed, so if you follow, then happy days. You have a chance to win.
Sorry.
If we get to 200 YouTube follows and 600 Twitch follows, Dave Easley is offered $500 to be randomly given away to one of those followers or subscribers.
And if you don't believe us, you can go back to episode
6, I want.
Six, I
Yeah.
believe.
and watch it for yourself.
Watch 'em all.
Dave Easley is the amazing gentleman who is funding our Spring Challenge $1,000 tournament coming up. So, yes, Safran, just straight giving away $500 to, if you are subscribed to our Twitch or our YouTube, yes, American money. You are in the running for that money whenever we hit that goal. So if you spread the word, the sooner the better. And, you know, who knows what we'll be able to give away after that. So
Yeah, if you want to go back and watch that episode, you can also see everybody's face when he says it because it was like
yeah, because
completely out of nowhere. He just dropped that on us, and we're like, "What?"
Mhm. He's a cool dude.
$500.
$500 for basically clicking a
Yeah,
button.
you have to push 2 goddamn buttons and you can win $500.
Right? You don't have to fill anything out.
Yeah, you're not signing up for nothing.
Hmm.
All League of Legends gives you is a skin and a champion for liking their Facebook page and subscribing to their YouTube. We're giving away money, so
Yeah,
step it up right.
quite a bit of money actually. Yeah, step it up right. So we also have the customs that we're doing tonight. All of you that watch that commentary and you're interested in actually getting to play, we have several staff members that will be running custom lobbies tonight. Among those are Disclaimer, whose point of view you saw during those shows, Nor, Random Black Man, Swoko, Hexodus from Sudden Death, and who else did we have? I know I'm missing somebody.
RBM, Hex, Sictrosity said he'll get on when he gets home from work. Noir said he'll play for a while. Pat, I might try to get in for some, but I have some homework to do.
Right.
See, even Helmler called it a duck. It looks like a fucking duck.
It does. Looks like a duck.
And just because it has a bill doesn't mean it's a duck.
It's Perry the Platypus, you uncultured swine. Go watch
You saw
Phineas
one
and Ferb.
already.
Yeah, you already said that. You can't repeat that.
They didn't see it on the stream. It counts.
It's true.
It is Perry the Platypus. Also,
Well, you explain to the masses, oddly, what Perry the Platypus is.
he is the best character on Phineas and Ferb.
And now you can all be done with Oddly for the rest of your lives.
Dude, it's a fucking great show. Go watch it.
I've seen the show.
I know what we're gonna do today.
No.
So
So
that
we also-
update.
Yep, we also have the Waypoint update. Halo 4 update that we had come out last week that covered. It also released, because they released Forge Island early too, so that along with that. But we also have the anticipated X markers back on screen on the HUD that everybody screamed and raved that were missing. And just like Forge Island, the response has been meh.
Well, they put them in, but they don't really work.
Why not?
Like, well, did you see any of that gameplay?
I have, yes. I played the gameplay.
It's like, okay, so if your teammate dies, then the X appears and then goes away, and then their name stays there and sort of like crumbles into the ground and then just disappears along with it. Even if the respawn time is like 10 seconds, it's gone after like 3.
Right, but that's about as long as a call on my X is relevant anyway, right? If you're going to make a call out, blah, 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 on my X, that's only relevant for about 3 seconds. I mean, it's actually not even relevant that long. I mean, on my X is a terrible call out to begin with. It's just been iconic to Halo. But saying one shot on my X, that's, after like 2 seconds, that's pointless. It doesn't help anybody. So I think that's plenty of time to have somebody's X on the screen. But we also had the camo is, I don't want to use the word fixed, but
It'll never be fixed.
One does not simply fix camo.
Yeah, one does not simply fix such a broken item. But it is better, I guess, is the way to put it.
It's not broken with the light rifle anymore.
Oh, it's not broken with all weapons anymore. I mean, you had that effect no matter. It was just really prevalent with the light rifle. You could do the crouch, just hit the button, crouch, and fire all day, and never come on camo with any weapon. But now it reveals you fully whenever you fire anything, which is good. The reduced auto aim, magnetism, and damage on the Gauss Warthog is, to me, pointless. It wasn't much different than any other Halo game.
Yeah.
It didn't seem to be like this grossly overpowered thing, like the Halo 2 Gauss Warthog was.
Yeah, I mean, they've nerfed the Gauss in every Halo since Halo 2, and it's still
It still comes back even more powerful in the next title.
I wouldn't say that it was more powerful this time than it was in Halo 3.
Yeah, I'm saying
Honestly.
they've nerfed it since Halo.
Halo 2, they came out, it was crazy overpowered. They nerfed it during Halo 2. When it was out in Halo 3, it was less than the previous nerf version. They nerfed it again. And in Reach, all the Warthogs were made out of paper mache.
It's giving them a little too much credit, Rob.
Yeah. Yeah, right. You're right. They were made out of wet toilet paper.
Ew.
With the water swirling down the drain as was
Yeah.
all water in Halo Reach.
Yeah, and we'll say that they're made out of paper mache now by comparison, in Halo 4. They're still not what they were in Halo 2 or Halo 3 or Halo 1 for that matter, but they're not as bad as they were in Reach. They fixed a couple issues. The various issues with ordnance navigation markers. Am I to assume that they mean the fact that lasers would show up as grenades and that kind of
Or
crap?
everything would show up as Spartan lasers.
Yeah, or that. Yeah, you'd be like, "Sweet, I got rockets," and then you drop down to them, and it's pulse grenades. You're like, "Oh, sad face."
I don't even know how that happens. Like,
It was a latency issue as far as I knew. I didn't think that was actually a programming issue.
latency is one thing. Coming up like 2 minutes late, like that's another.
Right. The joining progress flood issues. Wasn't aware there was one.
I've never played Flood.
But the ability to make weapons adjustment during the backend via backend tuning, that is something we actually got to see during the panel at the near the end before they revealed Forge Island, where they could basically change anything as far as the weapon was concerned.
I just want to say, if anyone hasn't watched the panel, go watch it. But I was actually kind of upset the way that they dealt with that at the panel, how they spent about like 25 minutes just trolling. And I was like, you have a line of like 30 people who want to ask you questions. I think we got through, 4 questions at that panel? Yeah. And it was like, you could have spent all that time that you spent goofing off with Bravo and Kevin Franklin, shooting each other with plasma pistols. Like, just being like, we've added this back in, here's what it does. And it didn't even seem like they are going to change much except just the damage of each weapon, which the damage isn't the balance that we need. Like,
right.
I'm skeptical.
Yeah.
More like the aim assist range.
A couple of the rifles need their aim assist range and spread.
Clip size, reload speed. Those are things that should be balanced. Damage
they mentioned they were going to be able to do that kind of stuff too, like reload speed, fire rate, that kind of stuff was all available to change.
They did answer a question later in the later bulletin that they'll be able to change those settings in matchmaking, but it won't carry over into customs. You'll have to download game types from matchmaking to apply them to custom games. So, for instance, we were asking about Griffball Hub because we've been trying to get them to change the speed of the hammer for a while. And if they do that, they'll change it in matchmaking, and then we will have to download the game type from matchmaking and apply it to whatever we need to do.
Right. Yeah, same would go for us if they reduce the BR spread or change the aim assist range on the DMR. With both of those are the main things we would like. We'd have to go into matchmaking, play a game, and then download it from our recent play. We also got to see what the ranks are going to look like during the panel, and there were some odd things that they mentioned, and some things I don't think everyone's going to be happy with, like the fact that basically everything's ranked. So. We got a big one on that. I mean, that's really the way it is now. You just can't see the ranks.
Can't wait to play that ranked action sack. All right.
Hey, ranked multi-team. What?
A playlist designed for statting now has ranks.
Right. The thing is that I don't think that'll change how the playlist is played. I still think that's the people that are really into ranked competitive play will still play the playlists that are designed for that. You're not going to have parties of super tryhards going into Action Sack just to get that Action Sack 50.
That's what the ranks look like.
Then you'll have the people that are going into multi-team to stat, intentionally losing the game.
They're basically
going out of their way to make sure they don't win, so they can continue. Yes, so they can keep statting against the worst people rather than naturally going up and not being able to stat.
That is exactly correct.
I think that would be fun to watch. All the stats and multi-team statting against each other.
Who can D-rank the best?
Who can have
back in Halo 3, you used to run into games like that when you would D-rank on an alt account. You'd run into some other D-ranker on the other team and try to out D-rank them.
you accidentally spawn in the hill and you're like, fuck, no!
Yeah. There were actually some fun games out of that, trying to out D-rank somebody on the other team. You will have, somebody just mentioned in the chat, yes, Flood will be ranked. Ranked Living Dead is back. But that was actually pretty popular the several times it came up during Halo 3, and lots of people played Ranked Living Dead. What are some of the other playlists that were coming out, or game types? Has anybody played that Lightning Flag yet?
I have.
You have? What'd you think of it?
It was actually pretty fun. It's light rifles, and I was playing with some girlfriends of mine, so everyone we were playing against was kind of dumb, so it was really easy. But I don't know, it's just fast paced and just something fun to do in between going to other places and being all try hard. I haven't actually gotten to play Fiesta myself, but I hear it's not actually Fiesta. You just get to choose from power weapons.
They spawn you with personal ordnance. Like I saw it on Kenny's stream, and like you would spawn with your typical loadout, and you immediately have a random personal ordnance available, and you just have to spawn the ordnance and pick up your random power weapon that you chose between 3 choices.
So you don't
Is
even.
that every life?
Yes, every life and every time you get a kill, I think.
What the fuck?
That's insane.
That
It's-
yeah, that
it's
sounds
stupid.
awful.
Just
Wait.
spawn
It's a
me
waste
with
of
the
time.
fucking weapon.
Yeah, just let me spawn
Okay,
with
I
it.
think I think that's something they covered the panel. Actually, I remember that being brought up. I think they are going to fix that, and that you just spawn with your random 2 weapons.
So it's just Fiesta flag.
Oh no, that's regular Fiesta.
It might
That's
just I think it's just Slayer.
that's just regular Fiesta.
Oh.
Lightning flag is the other thing.
I thought you meant lightning flag. You spawned with random ordnance. It's like,
Oh,
one,
no,
what's the
it's
point of a
light
light rifle?
No. You spawn with a light rifle and I think a pistol, and you can shoot your light
Yeah,
rifle
Ruben
when you
was
have the
saying.
flag, and you run really fast. I think.
I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention because I was laughing at the dude who's like, I thought Mania was black.
Yeah.
Mania's totally black. He's the blackest guy here.
I'd be walking around with that ghetto
I thought
voice.
Disclaimer was black for a long time.
Wow, Pat's back. Anyway,
He does have a pretty good troll black man voice.
right. Here's the
I
thing
love
though.
it. It's so funny.
Random black man is white.
What?
What?
Ah. Anyway,
April Fool.
oh, that was terrible. That's not even what I was doing. So we also have we had the title up. Yeah, we had the future title updates where they said they will be a lot easier to do now that they've added that back end work. We've got to see what ranked looks like, and we've also got to see that they're going to do updates to a few other playlists and game types. We what else did we want to cover?
I would like to take this moment of, pause and whatever you're talking about. We are actually looking for a new graphic designer to put on staff on the site. There is a post up in the announcements for it. If you shut up, horsey. If you are interested in
Don't talk to
making up
horse
some
that
pretty
way.
pictures for us, go ahead and shoot us a thread over in the Talk to Staff section with some examples, preferably some original work, along with maybe something with Spartan on it, or whatever you can come up with. And so we would like some new pretty pictures. Everybody look at my amazing Siggy. It's Bill fucking Murray.
That's right.
That's right.
Meh.
But yeah, give us some examples. We want to bring somebody on to make pretty things for us. Make us some new Twitch backgrounds and YouTube and Facebook and news announcements and whatever the hell else we feel like. I'll probably make you make a Siggy for me or something, And
So if any means is you're officially our bitch.
mhm.
As we are all our own bitches because we all do stuff all day.
What the fuck does that even mean?
But
We are all our
all the
own
site
bitch.
bitches. You're our
Oh.
bitch.
Okay, the site. You said we're all our own bitch. I was
Yeah.
like, bad, Ruben. Bad.
Oh my god.
Ruben's my bitch. I'm Ruben's bitch.
No.
It works that way.
I know a bitch.
Yeah, Oddly's no one's bitch because he doesn't do anything except this.
Damn right.
So, yeah, chronic bitch dependency is a real problem.
Chronic bitch dependency is no laughing matter.
Oh my god.
So, as we come to the close of the show, I want to know if you guys have any questions in the chat. We'll do a little short Q&A here.
Which I don't think Agrar is here, so we're not going to get any.
You're not going to get like 800 questions from him.
Hmm.
So,
Harry is here, though. He usually has at least one. Harry.
We should just start doing like
oddly,
we should just start doing giveaways for like best question of the week.
you know what? You know what we do have for that? We have a giant pile of avatar codes.
Did you guys actually go around like rounding those up?
No, they
No,
gave
they
us.
gave us
Oh.
We have like 50 avatar codes.
Yeah, they gave us a
I
ton.
remember my friend was just like, "Dude, are these free? Like after the show, can we take them? Do you think they're worth a lot?" I was like, "Dude, they're fucking Master Chief avatar codes. Like everybody has one."
Yeah.
All right, score. All right, Forrest, what's your question?
I thought rather than just post his question, he says, "I have a question."
Yeah, exactly.
He probably doesn't really have a question.
It's probably some troll question. Is it a troll question, Forrest? Because shame on you. I'm not hating on your
It's a
quest for an
troll
action sack
question.
50. You get your action sack 50. You do you, Forrest. You go do that.
You.
All right, you go get that action sack 50. I know you can do it.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Action sack 50s. All right, so if nobody else has any other questions, we have custom lobbies running
Right now.
starting
after
right
the
now.
show.
As soon as the show over, as soon as
There
we
you go.
get off the show, you go join a custom lobby. You play. You what do you mean? How would a flood 50 even work? It says 50 next to your name.
You win a fuck ton of flood games.
Yeah, you win a ton of flood. Good job.
So you hide like a bitch.
Right. Basically, it means you don't play when you're a zombie. That's
You're
how
ignoring
it works.
Will.
Why am I? I'm
I don't
ignoring
see
Will.
him say anything.
Yeah, I didn't see him answer.
Pat's
He didn't
voice
ask
is so
nothing.
funny. God damn it, Will.
I see nothing from Will.
Hunler, MLG Master, hold forward.
Right.
Hold forward.
You're
Success.
already as good as me, Hunler. Which is actually terrible.
Yeah.
Oh,
Get
link.
out of here with
Yeah.
your links.
Fuck.
So,
I want to click the link.
No, don't do it.
we're gonna list a bunch of.
Oh, he did have a question.
What was this question?
He said, "When is major advertising for the 1K spring tourney going to be started?" Oh, we forgot to mention that.
I just
We
put a
have-
Facebook ad started up yesterday. That's supposed to reach about, I think, by Facebook's demographics for what I put on it, will reach about 25 million people in the next 2 weeks. Which is, that blew my mind when I actually saw that. I'm like, are you freaking serious? 25 million people are going to see this ad? Okay, Hunler, what is your serious question?
Fuck. Back to back. I have a serious question.
Yeah. What are your
Just ask
serious
the damn
questions?
question. You don't need
Yeah,
to
no,
prep us.
you don't have to tell us.
Jesus.
I know there's a question.
We're wasting our time.
What the hell did I do?
We have a BTB Planet Side 2 league. You know what?
I would love that. That would
If
like
we
make
had
my life.
enough interest, that's something we might consider. As with any BTB
We
side
need to at least
game type.
put together a
honestly.
BTB platoon and try to
The
get into
next-
SOE's league.
The next Wake Up versus Gandhi, Gandhi's 8. That's what we'll put because we don't know who he's actually going to have. Wake Up
Perfect.
versus Gandhi's 8 will be, I believe, might be tomorrow, actually. He said in a week, so it might be tomorrow.
So
Yes, we are still leaving the team roster at 12.
yeah, we can't really say much about that, but special stuff will be happening.
Will I try to get advertisement on 343 site? Yes, we will try to. We have been on the bulletin before. We will try it again in the future.
Yeah, our last tournament was on the front page of Halo Waypoint, and I'm quite sure that this one will be too once we have everything settled. I mean, it's a big money tournament. We want to make sure everything is perfect, you know, smooth sailing for everybody, and it'll be there. And then all the people will come.
That's right. So, yeah, you guys get into those custom lobbies, send Random Blackman, Swoko, Norquad Machina, Disclaimer Please, Hexodus, Sictrosity, or Sire Sandman. An invite, any of those gamer tags, an invite, and they will get you into a lobby. You'll probably see 1 or 2, or maybe 3 of us in there. Also, go to the site. Remember to follow our stream. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. And now, Forrest, I'm not answering any more questions. Big ups to Brooklyn. Shout out to Jersey. MT is #1 NHL 13 team. Catch y'all next week.
Wow.
All right. Bye. We're going to finish the show with Brooklyn We Go Hard because that's what Rob wants.
Brooklyn, we go hard. We go hard. 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 Brooklyn, we go hard. We go hard.
This is Black Hoodie Rap. There's no fear in my eyes, what they looking at? Better look on map. Besides, me not like the eye fight. Me not think such a thing is worth a man's life. Right. But if a man tests my style, I promise he won't like my reply. Boom, bye-bye like Boujou, I'm crucial. I'm a Brooklyn boy, I may take some getting used to. Chain snatching, ain't habit, gotta get it. Same from Brownsville to Brain British. Fatherless child, mama put double shifts, so the number runners was the only one to hang with it. Before you know it, I'm in the game, bang fit it. Fit no orangutans, video kid apps like oranges, I'm dangerous. Jeez. Tell me what the name of this. I Brooklyn Dodger them, I jack, I rob, I sin. Oh man, I'm Jackie Robinson. Except when I run base, I dodge the pen. Lucky me, luckily they didn't get me. Now when I bring the nets, I'm the Black Branch Ricky from Brooklyn Corners, burning branches of spread love, Biggie, Brooklyn, hippie, I pity the fool with jewels like Mr. T. With no history in my barrel, they borrow with no intentions of returning tomorrow. The sun don't come out for many, like Annie, half orphan. Mama never had an abortion, Papa sorta did. Still I managed to live, I go hard, I owe it all to the crib. Now please tell me, what the f***'s harder than this?
Warning, gotta make it stick, working like we blue collar. Rip it to the core, underneath it all we harder. Ride it till it quick, bring it to the floor. One step, give it up more. The road is rough and the streets a mess. Got big cash dreams and a sick death wish. Robbing out the commercial stash. Kill a voice screaming in my